second court to Milford. I have a light of mine ready. You want to use the light for my phone?
Oh, no.
All right, we are back for the second half of tonight's game. Southwestern College Jaguars out of Chula Vista taking on the Glendale Vaqueros all the way down from Los Angeles County. And the first half has been an unusual first half, Jeffrey. A lot of scoring by the Jaguars, a lot of unusual ways they've scored, and a lot of flags.
Yeah, definitely. Scoring is great. You want to say, you'd like to say no matter how you do it, as long as you score, but the way they're doing it is not the way you want to have it happen, with a whole lot of penalties. It's bringing the Jags back, and they're trying to push up the field, go forward and score, and that's slowing things down a bit. But on the defensive side, they're playing hard and running fast, and they're making a lot of plays. You see a whole lot of the defensive line, as you said earlier, they're not that big, but they're fast, they can move quick, you get off of those blocks, and you get in the backfield and make tackles. That's the big thing, though. You got to make those tackles. Once you get contact with the offense, you got to make the play in the backfield.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that. I mean, where they actually get great penetration. They're in the backfield, they put an arm on somebody, but they just haven't wrapped up every time.
Yep. That's just part of the game. Got to play hard. You got to make sure you grab that jersey, do whatever you got to do to bring that guy down.
Yeah, and the big story on offense, you had JoJo Johnson, who started the game, got off to a little bit of a rough start, but ended up taking the team out to a 14-7 lead. But he was replaced midway through the second period, and his replacement, Mike Glass, is just having one heck of a debut as a Jaguar.
Yeah, definitely. Knowing this offense, being familiar with it, they like to run a dual quarterback option. So you have one guy coming in, and you have another guy a few series after. But it's interesting because it makes you want to wonder if maybe after that interception that Hudson threw, if that's the reason why he came out, or if Carberry just wanted to change things up a little bit to give the offense a new look.
Yeah, and that was kind of the message that I got was, don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And because, JoJo had missed a couple of big opportunities, but he connected on a couple. But it was definitely the interception that seemed to provoke Coach Carberry to change quarterbacks, and you can't argue with the results of the change.
Yeah, definitely. Glass came out here, had a first couple big plays, moving with his feet. Another one had a big play down the field. Could have been a touchdown, but we had an ineligible receiver downfield. The lineman jumped off a little bit too early. But yeah, number 4 Glass, he's definitely bringing the jolt of energy that the Jags need for the second half, and try to finish out the game strong.
Well, we'll see what the second half has in store. And because Southwestern deferred in the first half, they now have the advantage of taking the ball to start the second half. And I have to say that the Vaqueros, despite a lot of energy, they have made a lot of mistakes, especially on offense. And while you can point to the defense as having allowed 24 points, it really all begins with the offense because they haven't generated much of an offense, so it's put the defense in a bad position all game long. So here's a kick, low but deep, taken at the goal line by number 20. He brings it out to the 15, the 20, and dragged down at about the 32-yard line. So a nice return after what looked like could possibly be a short return, so he did a good job there. And lo and behold, no flags, so that's a good thing.
It's a great way to start off the half for the Jags. Got to pass the 20. Look to see some quick offense, quick pace, get a lot of passes out. And you see, it's interesting, number 4 Glass is coming out to start.
So Glass is starting the second half. Coach liked what he saw, and how can you blame him?
Yep.
All right, and it's good to know that you have 2 guys that can go if you need them. So Glass with the inside hand up to Satelli. Satelli picks up a couple of yards.
Yep, not much going on there for the Jags on that one. Outside handout to Satelli. Didn't have much blocking out there by the receivers, but he got what he could.
All right, second down and 8 on the 29-yard line. We got 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Glass looks to the right, comes back to the left side. It didn't seem as if the receiver, number 19, was Chapman Dixon. Didn't seem like he was ready for the pass.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Chapman Dixon. He's in the game tonight.
Yeah, he's having a rough night.
A few drops, a few missed routes. Just doesn't look like he's in it.
All right, third down and 8. Got a receiver in motion. Glass looks deep down the right sideline, and Stokes cut off his route. And Glass overthrew him by a good 10 yards, so a little bit of a communication mix-up there.
Yep, yeah, Stokes running a comeback route. Kind of questionable, but I know the Jags like to run theirs a little deeper than normal. But as a receiver, you know it's coming quick, so you got to get out of that break and get your head around it. You just didn't turn around quick enough, and the ball's already fired.
All right, here's the punt attempt. There's the snap, there's the kick, almost blocked, and a very, very, very short kick. The pressure was on. You think they got a tip? They got a hand on it? Yeah, there was a big pass rush, or a big rush, I should say, and it wouldn't surprise me if they tipped it, because that ball flared off hard to the sideline. All right, so the Vaqueros start out with good field position. And the last time they had good field position like this, they took advantage and went in and scored. Let's see how they play this.
See the Jags come out here with a different look, try to send some more defenders at the quarterback.
Well, they line up with 3 defensive linemen. Devin Ingram, the ball carrier, pushes ahead for a pickup of about 4 yards, 3 to 4 yards.
Yet again there, you had another Jag defensive lineman in the backfield.
Yep.
Could have made the tackle for a loss, but couldn't grab onto it.
So, second and 7. Ball's on the 28. Got double tight end formation. Slot receiver to the bottom of your screen. Oh, and 75 moves again. That's at least the 3rd time that he's been flagged. So the Vaqueros are moving backwards. Interesting, Coach Carberry just called over both quarterbacks, and he's talking to both of them right now on the sideline for the Jaguars. All right, we got second and 12 from the 33. Single running back, he gets the ball, goes hard up the middle.
It's a great job by the Vaqueros.
Picks up about 7 yards.
Offensive line got a good surge up front, opened away from the running back. Picked up a few yards.
And this sets up a 3rd and 6 from the 27-yard line. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. They run a little slant, but the pass is behind the receiver, so he never really had a chance. Ball drops incomplete. And that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like they want to run a little quick slants to the receiver at the top of the screen. Looked like the quarterback was not on the same page as the receiver. The receiver was running a deeper slant than the quarterback was throwing it. Brings up 4th down for the Vaqueros.
And it would appear that they're going for it from here.
Wonder if they're getting a little desperate.
And they are. Let's see if they're what they pull out of their playbook. Quarterback looks to the left, same play. Maybe a little bit deeper route, but the same result. Incomplete. So the Jaguars take over on downs. They'll take the ball on their own 27-yard line and see if they can't string some plays together.
Yeah, you wonder if the Vaqueros there, they're getting a little desperate. You know, they got 4th down, and you could easily punt it out of bounds, getting pinned deep inside the 10-yard line, but they decided to go for it. It's pretty early in the second half, so questionable decision by the Vaqueros.
Yeah, you are down by 17 points, but that's only 3 scores, and if you work it right, you can be right back in the ballgame pretty quickly.
Definitely.
All right, so it's Glass at quarterback. Satelli, the lone setback, little out into the flat. Williams just delivers a punishing blow to the safety, and he picks up 8 yards, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 2. Explosive play by Williams.
Yep, that's the name of the Jags' offense play calling. Get it out quick and let the receivers make plays. Great job blocking out by the receivers.
All right, we got 3 receivers up to the top of the screen. Inside handoff to Satelli. And Satelli just does what he does. Little inside moves, little head bob. And the defender actually appeared to pull the ball out of Satelli's hands, but the referee is saying that in fact he did, but that the defender was down, and that the Vaqueros now have the ball. So we're going to talk it over now.
Yeah, it's a questionable call there. They blew the play dead.
Yeah, it appeared that Satelli was down.
He was down, white ball.
Let's see how they decipher it. And they're going to give the ball to the Vaqueros. Satelli making great moves at the line of scrimmage, broke free, popped out for a big gainer, about 20 yards, and it looked like he was down when the defensive back pulled the ball out of his hands, but the referee disagreed and actually said that the defender was down with possession of the ball, so the Vaqueros now have the ball on the turnover.
Yeah, Satelli's there making a great play, busted out a run, but as a running back, got to protect that ball, no matter what.
All right, here's a handoff. Running back tries to get up around the left side. Has very little room. We've got a Jaguar down. Up quickly, though.
Great job by the defensive line there, shooting the gaps and making the play. Looks like we have a Vaquero down.
Oh, another. Looks like he might be cramping. These guys got to remember to hydrate. All right, that sets up a 2nd and 8 on the 35-yard line. The Vaqueros, in their last possession, had a 4th and 3 and decided to go for it instead of kicking the field goal, and that didn't pan out so well for them, but on the turnover by the Jaguars, they get possession of the ball right back, and they have a longer field, but the fact of the matter is they have the ball, so we'll see what they can do with it. They haven't been able to do much on offense outside of that one drive that they put together after the interception return, but as for the rest of it, it's just been a mistake-thrown offense, and we'll see if they can put together some plays here. And a lot of that has to go to the Jaguar defense, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're running around fast. That defensive line, like we've been saying all night, are not the biggest, but they get in there quick. They cause penetration, which causes problems for the offense.
All right, here we go. The player with the cramps is off the field. Under center, the quarterback drops back. Inside handoff going nowhere. Great penetration by the Jaguar defensive line. And they meet him in the backfield for a loss.
Great job yet again by the Jags defensive line. They're getting a good push up front, shooting the gaps, and making the play in the backfield.
It's impressive how fast the Jaguar defenders are. I mean, they are just across the board. Everybody is quick.
Yep.
And in the second half so far, they're making tackles.
Yeah, that's definitely a good sign for the Jags.
4 down linemen. Here they come with the bull rush. Pass goes out to the right-hand side, and there is a reception on the right-hand side, down at the 11-yard line. But there is a flag on the play, and it is against the Vaqueros, and that big play will come all the way back. Holding on the Vaqueros. 22 was actually behind a couple of Jaguar defenders, and the pass appeared to be intended for the running back out of the backfield, and 22 came out of nowhere, made the reception, and he was gone. Finally brought down at about the 11-yard line, but as we see now, the play is coming all the way back, so it was all for naught.
Jags definitely caught a break there.
And now we come back for a 3rd and 20 from the 23-yard line. 10:35 to go in the 3rd period. Jaguars up by a score of 24-7. Got 2 receivers down at the bottom of your screen. Out of the shotgun, quarterback throws a little screen attempt, but read beautifully by the lineman, number 44. He knocks the ball away and brings up 4th and 20.
Yep, yeah, Hayden Harrington there, being 3rd and long. On the defense, he knows either going to be a screen or draw, or they're going to throw it deep. So that was a great job by the defensive line, not getting over-aggressive and playing their positions the right way.
All right, so here is the punt attempt. And I say attempt because he's had trouble getting them off. But this is a good punt. Drives him back to the 35-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 41. A little bit of a late shove there, but no harm, no foul. And the Jaguars take over. And they'll take it at the 40-yard line.
Still no JoJo Hudson out there.
No, Glass remains in at quarterback. Satelli at the running back. Got Stokes out wide along with Williams in the slot. Chapman Dixon on the split out wide. Oh, and a little pass out into the flat. And the ball hit Williams in the hands. He dropped it. He had a lot of room to run.
Yeah, the ball hit him dead in the chest there in the flat. He had the lane. The receivers had great blocks, had it sealed off. He's got to catch the ball.
Stokes did a great job of setting him up.
Definitely. Had the guy sealed off to the inside.
All right, we have the same basic formation. And a pass out to Chapman Dixon.
Looked like a little pro route over the middle of the field for Chapman Dixon. That's a good sign for the Jags, considering the games that he's had thus far.
Yeah, nice catch, nice reception, picks up a first down. So the Jaguars now have the ball on their opponent's 48-yard line. First down. Glass out of the shotgun, rolls to the right, has some pressure, and finds a receiver. Looks like it's Satelli, but there are flags on the far side of the field away from the play. Let's see what it is.
Looks like maybe had a few linemen downfield.
Glass has the lineman, the offensive lineman jumpy, so that's an illegal lineman downfield. So that's a 5-yard penalty. Sets up a 1st and 15. So Glass is always a threat to run, but the linemen, they have to hold their sprint until they know he's going to run. Little flare out to the left. And that picks up about 8 yards.
Catch by Tyshawn White there. Just got him out of the flat. Let him pick up some yards. He's got great speed out there.
Whiting in the slot. Chapman-Dixon split out wide to the left. Over on the right side, you have Stokes and Williams. Glass takes the snap, looks downfield, has a receiver. It's Whiting with another catch, and a first down. Runs the ball over to the referee.
It's a great job there by the Jags. Glass, the quarterback. That's what happens when you have a mobile quarterback like that. He can get out of the pocket and extend the play and make up time for the receiver to get open downfield.
And that's exactly what he did. He gave him time. There's a little out to the flat. Williams takes it down to the 11-yard line.
See some great blocking by the Jags receivers there.
And Southwestern has their offense rolling now. Glass got him in a good rhythm. All right, after some up-close instruction by Coach Carberry, the offense lines up. Clock down to 8 seconds. There's the snap in motion. Off the receiver's hands, Chapman-Dixon, and an interception in the end zone, run out to the 30-yard line. So what looked like a short touchdown turns into a turnover, and the Vaqueros take over on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Chapman-Dixon, he thought that he was going to turn the switch on, but still having his woes on tonight. Another drop pass, an interception for Glass, and the Vaqueros will take over. First down.
Well, just when it looks like the Jaguars are just going to put this thing away, they seem to have a mishap, just like the one that happened with Chapman-Dixon. Basically, just letting the ball hit his chest and pop up, and the defender taking it away. All right, handoff inside. Not much room there for the running back, and the Jaguar defensive line responds with a gang tackle, maybe a pickup of 1.
Yeah, you see the Vaqueros, they're still trying to establish that run game, but it's not being too successful. Maybe you see them taking a few more shots down the field now.
We have 7 minutes to go in the third period. The ball's on the 32-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Vaqueros. There's the snap. Quarterback rolls to the right, has a receiver, is tight end. Big collision at the 40-yard line. He drives ahead to the 42. That's enough for a first down, Vaqueros.
Scary situation for the DB, Devell Fox there. Your cornerback going against a big lineman, a big tight end. He made the play though. Great job. Getting low and making a tackle.
First and 10 from the 42. Quarterback for the Vaqueros under center, hands off to the running back, has room along the right side, picks up possibly enough for a first down, maybe just short, so that'll bring up a third and very short.
Nice lead to Devell Fox there, yet again, he had penetration, he flew up the field.
Make that second and short, excuse me.
Instead, they almost get a first down.
2nd down and 1 from the 49. There's the handoff, and the running back takes it down. Good enough for a first down, picks up 4.
long drive here, so wondering if the Jags defense is starting to get a little bit winded. See, this is probably the longest drive of the Vaqueros of the night.
It's certainly the most extended drive for them. It's taking the most time off the clock. And their running back is really a workhorse. He's really been the best part of their offense. And he gets the ball once again. We've got a flag on the play. There was no gain on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. More than likely holding. And it is holding against the Vaqueros. So that'll back them up an additional 5 yards. Or check that, additional 10 yards.
With the penalty-invested game, it's good for the Jags to see that finally one's not going against them.
Yeah, that was the first penalty of the second half. Seemed like the whole first half, every play was a penalty.
Yeah.
All right, first and 20. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Another penalty flag goes down. Quarterback takes off running. Big collision at the 50-yard line. Picks up a couple. But it's going to be holding against the Vaqueros.
It's a scary moment for the Vaqueros. Their quarterback, he gets out of the pocket, but you see him diving headfirst into the defense. Never worried quarterback to take a big hit like that.
No. And the Vaqueros are on the move. It's just that they're moving the wrong way. That's a personal foul on the Vaqueros. So that's going to be 15 yards. That's going to take them all the way back to the 28-yard line. Or check that, make it the 31. First and 35 with 5:27 to go in the third period.
Long way to go here for the Vaqueros.
There's the big fullback, tight end. He lays out a block, but the running back goes in the opposite direction. And just short of the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up third and 35. Almost wonder if you'd be better off punting right here.
I'm sure the Vaqueros are thinking about it.
And my mistake, second and 35.
So you know that the Vaqueros are down by quite a bit, and they got a long way to go. So
And they're still running the ball.
yeah, you think that they pass it to see if the Jags can get a turnover here.
Here is a pass attempt. It's complete out to the right side, the bottom of your screen, but not much doing out there. Pickup of a couple, but that's just about it.
See a quick pass out to the flat. Quarterback threw about 15 yards, but only third down coming up.
Third and 32. It's really surprising that, I mean, I understand that the running back is probably their offense, but every time they run the ball, they're just taking more time off the clock. And certainly not getting down the field as effectively as they want to. So here's the third down play. They are going deep this time, and the ball is picked off and then dropped after a collision between the safety, number 1, and the defensive back, number 7. They ran into each other and it knocked the ball out of the safety's hands, but a good effort nonetheless, and brings up fourth down.
Yeah, Demetrius gives the safety's line over. Almost had a great play, but unfortunate there, his own teammate ran into him and knocked the ball out.
So the receiver for the Jaguars sets up at the 29-yard line. And the punt is high, knocked down. It goes down. The punter gets the ball away. But even though the punter was knocked down because of the fumble on the play, he's considered a live player, so even with the hit, there was no flag. So the Jaguars will take over on their 42-yard line. And Glass comes out at quarterback. Let's see if they can get a rhythm going here.
Looks like you have a couple new receivers.
You got Stokes up at the top of the screen. You have Williams, touchdown Whiting. You have a new running back, and that's Williams who takes the pass.
Number 1, Patrick, John Charles.
Oh, check that. 1 is Charles.
You have a new running back in as well. Number 30, Damian Brown. For the Jags.
So Brown lines up as the lone running back. You've got Whiting in the slot. Glass throws it out in the flat. And Glass took a big hit on that throw in the backfield. No flag though. Incomplete pass. That brings up a 3rd and 9.
See, with Glass, he's a very quick guy, but one downside to him is he's not that tall. That time he tried to check it down to his receiver in the flat, but couldn't really see due to the big linemen surrounding him, and just couldn't make the throw.
All right, so 3rd down from the 43-yard line. Got 9 long yards to go. Glass out of the shotgun, has a receiver, Whiting, but the ball goes through his hands. It would have been enough for a 1st down, but it goes out of bounds, and that will bring up 4th and 9.
Tough break there for the Jags. Receiver John Charles, number 1, got it wide open on the comeback route, just couldn't make the catch. A 4th down coming up.
And the last punt was attempted, was tipped. Let's see if he can get it away this time, and he does. It's a decent punt, not a great punt, but it gets a great roll. Goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the Vaqueros once again will take over. 1st and 10 with decent field position. So with 3:18 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's Jaguars 24, Vaqueros 7.
Now, considering how the last drive went, they started off very quick and had some nice plays getting up the field, but they were
stonewalled again by penalties.
That's the main thing in this game. Penalties have been happening.
And here's a running back, 22. He finds a little seam and he gets upfield, picks up a 1st down. And there's a penalty on the play. False start on the Vaqueros. And that's just got to be deflating. Illegal formation is the call. That's got to be deflating for the Vaqueros because you line up, you come out, it's 1st down, you're behind in the game, you're trying to get some momentum, you finally break off a good run for a 1st down, and it comes right back.
Kind of funny how things work. First half, it was the opposite story. The Jags were the ones being plagued by penalties, but now it seems the start of the second half, the Vaqueros were the ones with all the penalties.
And at key times, they never come at a good time, but these are not good at all. Okay, so the quarterback takes off running, has a receiver, but really he ran 30 yards across the field to throw the ball away. There was just nobody open. Great job by the Jag defenders to cover downfield because there really was nobody open.
Yeah, not much going on there for the Vaqueros. You had an initial surge by the defensive line of the Jags. Got in the backfield quick, which forced the quarterback to flush out of the pocket.
All right, 2nd and 15. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Vaqueros with the back to their own goal line. Quarterback fakes the handoff, has a little bit of room, is able to scramble out to the left side, has a blocker out front, but here come the defenders, and he is barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jags caught a break there. Vaqueros had a guy about 30 yards down the field wide open. The quarterback just couldn't find him. But again, good job by defensive line, getting a push and forcing the quarterback to get out of his comfort zone.
Third and 10. Third and 11. Ball's on the 25-yard line. We've got 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Vaqueros out of the shotgun. Looking left, has a receiver. The defender actually was closest to the ball, but he fell down. And that brings up fourth down on the incomplete pass.
Yeah, it looks like the Vaqueros, the quarterback and the receiver were on the same page there. It looked like the receiver was going deep, and the quarterback was waiting for him to curl up around the first down marker.
All right. When in doubt, punt.
So we have no penalties here.
There's the snap, and the kick is away. Short kick. Fair catch called for. And it appeared to me that the receiver called for a fair catch, and the defender was actually well within the halo and knocked the ball out, so I don't know what the point of the fair catch is if it's not going to be enforced by the referees.
Yeah, Caden Lee there, the lone man returner, back for the Jags, just couldn't handle the kick correctly and muffed it, and the Vaqueros are on top of it.
And the Vaqueros get another opportunity. They've had many, but they haven't been able to capitalize except for once. There's a pass into the flat again. This time it is caught for about a 6-yard gain, but I have to tell you, the ball is not being thrown with much steam or with much opportunity for the receiver to run.
Yeah, the Vaqueros, they don't look too comfortable throwing the ball. They're passing offense.
And on that note, I see that another quarterback's warming up on the sideline.
It may be the throwing one.
You got double tight end formation, so more than likely a runner. It is. Great penetration into the backfield by number 49 for the Jaguars. So that's a loss on the play, driving the Vaqueros back to the 41-yard line.
Great job there by number 49, Sergio Ayón. Just shot his gap, got upfield, and made the play.
Third down, 6 yards to go from the 41 for the Vaqueros. Clock winding down, now at 42 seconds. There's the snap. And the quarterback tries to take off running, flips the ball out to a receiver on the left side. He's able to fall forward for a couple of yards, gets close to the first down, but he's eventually knocked out of bounds. So that brings up at fourth and about 2.
Great job there by number 92, Jaquil Bradford, forcing the quarterback to make a quick decision out. Couldn't get the first down. So we got fourth down and short coming up for the Vaqueros. Looks like they're going for it.
And the Vaqueros will go for it. They might as well. They really have nothing to lose at this point. And we've got a timeout on the field. Timeout, Jaguars.
Looks like the defense was on the same page there. They're just using the timeout to make sure they can get this fourth down stop.
All right, so we have 18 seconds to go in the third period. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to SWC Sports Jaguar Football. This is our initial live streaming of video and audio from Jaguar football games. We'll be on for every home game, and we hope that you bookmark us and that you tune us in every week when the Jaguars are home. If you go to the swccd.edu webpage, we're going to be putting up a link very soon in order for you to be able to click on that link in order to hear the game. So wherever you are, we know you have friends and family who have connections to the Jaguars and the Jaguar football program. So we hope you tune in. We hope you enjoy the broadcast, and we hope that we're able to improve them week in and week out. Okay, the Vaqueros, big play, 4th and 2. Let's see what they can do, and of course they hand it off. And a big play. No way. The defenders came up, the safety came flying up and just nailed the running back in the backfield. He picked up one, but it looks like it's going to be short.
Looked like the Vaqueros, the running back, would have picked up the first down, but the blocker out in front seemed to have blocked the defender into the back, which made the tackle, causing the turnover. First down, Jags.
First down, Jaguars. It looked like he was going to make it. I mean, he had some space, but the safety came flying in, and then his own man did knock the defender into him, the defensive back. And we got JoJo Hudson's back in the game. Low snap, but Hudson's able to pick it up off the ground. He looks for the receiver, but then runs around the left side and picks up 3 yards.
Great job there by Hudson. Had the low snaps and didn't want to throw it, making bad decisions, and just picked up pretty good. Ended up getting a couple yards.
Positive yards, right?
Yep, positive yards.
And that's the end of the third period. We've got 12 minutes to go. The Jaguars with a comfortable lead, 24-7, heading into the fourth period. Starts the fourth period on the 39-yard line. Second down, 7 yards to go. How is it for the receiver to have different quarterbacks come in?
It can be a little bit different because if you're in the first group, you're always practicing with the first quarterback. After the camp, you have set who's going to be the starting quarterback, who's going to be the backup, and usually you're going to get all the reps of practice with the first quarterback and have that chemistry building up, and then you might get 5 to 10 reps of practice with the second quarterback. But then if you're in practice, you got to be ready, got to adjust, you got to be able to make plays and get it away.
Now, here's something else too. Hudson is left-handed, is he not? So now you've got a right-handed glass, so the spin on the ball is actually opposite for both quarterbacks.
Yes, definitely. It may seem like it's very small, but as a receiver, it definitely plays a big part.
All right, so Hudson out of the shotgun. Satelli in the backfield. We've got Whiting in the slot. Whiting drops back as if he's going to take a screen, and Hudson is able to thread the ball through to his receiver, number 88. The ball was nearly picked off, but he was able to get it through.
Yeah, number 88 there, Jose Chapman. Quite dangerous throw there by Hudson, but he managed to get it through there before the safety flew out and tried to get the interception.
So first down, Jaguars with the ball on the Vaqueros' 41-yard line. Another bad snap. Hudson is able to reach out and grab it before the ball goes flying onto the grass. He is able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so that brings up a second down and 11. He lost a yard, but that was actually a great play just to stop the ball from dropping back further into the backfield, where it would have been a scramble and a free-for-all to try and recover it.
Yeah, it looked like the Jags have switched centers here.
There's a handoff up the middle to Satelli. I don't know how he does it. Let's see if he can hang on to the ball. He gets a first down. But I don't know if it's give a leg, take a leg. But the first person to come up and meet him in the gap will always make contact with him. He's able to escape, and I don't know what it is, he just is able to escape at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, he's a short, stiff, strong back, but he's agile. He can make those moves, make those guys miss, and he can make plays.
And here's a quick out to Stokes, but he is unable to make any yardage out of it. Yeah, Satelli is incredible. You meet him at the line of scrimmage, and somehow he slithers away, and he'll make a couple of quick moves, and the next thing you know, he's 10 yards upfield.
Yeah, that's frustrating for defense. You know, you meet him up in front of the line of scrimmage, you think you got him for a loss, and then he's 10 yards down the field.
Officials time out on the field. Jaguars Jaguars making their way down the field. They have many times during this game. Seems like something's always come up to bite them, but they look to be moving a little bit more crisply now with JoJo Hudson at the quarterback. Both quarterbacks have had decent nights. Inside handoff to Satelli. That time, he was caught at the line of scrimmage and he wasn't able to get by. Looks like he got caught a little bit of a stinger there. But he's not coming out of the game. So we've got a 3rd and 10 at the 30-yard line for Southwestern College. Hudson in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Has a receiver in the slot, but he throws behind him. Little miscommunication.
Yeah, this looks like Hudson threw it behind the receiver. But questionable play there because they had a too high look, and the corner was playing man with the receiver, so didn't really see much going on there. But looks like the Jags might go for it here on 4th down and 10.
Well, with a comfortable lead, the ball in decent position in the opposing team's territory. I guess you can take that chance, but 72 jumps, and so that will push the ball back 5 yards and probably take away any notion that they would go for it. And sure enough, the punting unit comes out. So with 12:54 to go, Jaguars in a 4th and 15 situation. Surprised they're actually not going for the field goal, but a punt is the order.
With not much room to punt here, look for the punter to knock it out of bounds.
And the snap and the punt. And it looks to be a good punt. Taken by the receiver down at the 10. He fumbles it around, takes a big hit. The ball goes flying, but eventually is recovered by the Vaqueros at about the 11-yard line. So a big hit, a fumble, but the Vaqueros recovered, take over 1st and 10 on the 11.
Yeah, the snapper there, Trey Copeland, with the big hit. But it's a great hit, but if you're in that position, you see him fumbling the ball, you want to get that ball. You got to have that ball, especially that close. You want to pick it up and go score.
All right, so the Vaqueros with a new quarterback, number 12. Let's see what he can do. Vaqueros deep in their own territory. Single running back. They come out throwing, but the ball is thrown behind the receiver. He looked like he was expecting the receiver to run an out, and the receiver was turning in.
Yeah, yet again, the Vaqueros just don't look comfortable in the passing game.
2nd down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Single running back. Quarterback's under center.
False start.
And we've got a flag on the play. Looks like a false start against the Vaqueros. That'll push them back to the 7-yard line. This is not going to be a game that the Vaqueros look back on with a lot of pride. It's been a rough go for them today on offense, especially.
Yep, not much happening tonight for the Vaqueros on the offensive side of the ball.
There's the snap, and they hand the ball off. Not much room there. Maybe a yard.
At number 44, Hayden Harrington with the initial contact.
That'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 15. And there's an official's timeout on the field. Now they wind the clock. And with 12:25 to go, the Vaqueros line up. See if they can hit a big play. The quarterback fakes the handoff. Looks to his left, shovel pass out front to the big tight end, number 83. He's able to bull his way forward, but not enough for the first down. But he does get positive yards, which gives him a little bit more room if, in fact, they're going to punt.
Risky play there for the Vaqueros, considering their passing game tonight. They have the quarterback roll out to the left, and he was in the end zone. So, lucky to get that one off and gain up some yards.
Pleasant back to receive the punt, and the kick is away. Short punt. Pleasant waits for the big hawk, takes it, gets past the first defender, has room down the right side, puts a move, knocks one defender down, straight arm down to the 15-yard line. Pleasant with a couple of great moves. But there is a flag on the field.
Looks like there might be a block in the back.
Illegal block in the back on the Jaguars, and I'll tell you, the block in the back didn't have anything to do with Pleasant picking up those yards. He did that on his own, and that was completely unnecessary. But it happens, and it's happened to the Jaguars, so now a great return ends up being worse field position for the Jags, but not bad. We'll start on the Vaqueros 41-yard line and see what they can do. 11:38 to go. Fourth quarter, 24-7 Jaguars. JoJo Hudson at quarterback. Satelli will be the running back. Williams in the slot. Stokes a wide receiver along with Tyshawn Whiting. Whiting's in the slot. Williams takes the inside handoff. Charges hard, but just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You had a halfback counter there for the Jags. Brought the receiver Whiting in motion.
And looks like, and Satelli comes off the field. Looks like he's got a cramp. He deserves one. He's been working hard all night long.
Definitely.
And we've got a new running back in the game. Oh, and it looks like we have movement again. Against the Jaguars, so they're moving backwards now. We've seen this a few times tonight.
Yep, looks to be the story tonight. A lot of penalties. Got to clean it up on both teams.
Got to clean it up. I guess it is early in the season. You expect some mistakes, but this has been an avalanche of mistakes. Hudson takes the snap. Throws the ball. A little seam on the right side, and Stokes had the ball, but dropped it.
Yep, you had Stokes there running a big route across the middle. If you're the quarterback, try to put it on him. You don't want to leave it behind him because that can bring the receiver in danger.
All right, third down and 16. 10:24 to go here in the fourth period. 24-7 Jaguars, and the Jaguars trying to convert on third down. Hudson drops back, has a receiver over the middle. Looked like it was a mistake, though. Actually had two receivers in the same area. 88 looked to be running the post. He didn't even know the ball was in the air, and Stokes got his hands on the ball, but it popped up in the air. And so it's incomplete, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Looked like some miscommunication on the Jag side. You had two receivers in the same vicinity. It's not what you want to have, especially when you're running vertical routes. Bring up fourth down for the Jags.
They're There's a snap, and the punt is away. Aim for the sideline. Gets to the sideline, goes out at about the 25. You gotta hit that a little bit deeper. So with 10 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the fourth period, the Vaqueros will take over on their 24-yard line.
Spot defense!
I see a lot of clean white shirts out there for the Vaqueros. So they've and one of those new clean white shirts just jumped before the ball was before the center was even thinking about snapping the ball. He was jumping back.
Like a few of them offside.
All right, here we go. First and 15. Quarterback drops back, has a man over the middle, but throws it behind him, incomplete. Second down.
Yet again, the Jags defensive line in the backfield, causing the quarterback to make quick throws. But on the other side, the Vaqueros still haven't looked comfortable at all night for that passing game. Not much time left to try and fix that.
Well, we've got 10 minutes. A little bit over 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 6 seconds. Play clock winding down to 10 seconds. And there's the snap. Fakes the inside handoff. Looks right. Nothing out there. Getting pressured by the defense. Shoots the ball out underhand, but let's see what they're going to call this. There's no flag on the play, so it's just an incomplete pass. But there was a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He had 3 people draped on him when he shovels that ball out front, so we're just going to call it an incomplete pass.
Had Hayden Harrington there for the Jags in the backfield with the initial hit on the quarterback. Just couldn't bring him down fast enough before the quarterback got the pass off. Incomplete pass.
A third and 15. The ball's on the 20-yard line. And we've got a blitz, and the quarterback gets nailed. He had 49, the linebacker, coming right up the middle, and he made the initial pressure happen, and then the defensive lineman in the middle just put a hit on the quarterback.
Number 49, Sergio Ione for the Jags, came through absolutely untouched. I'm sure he was even surprised how little contact he ran into.
All right, so that brings up 4th and 20 from the 15-yard line. So the Vaqueros line up for the punt. 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the final period. Punt is away. It's a decent punt. Turns over. Taken by Williams. He's dragged down at the 47-yard line. All right, so the Jaguars take over. And Glass comes out at quarterback. So we have a new quarterback in for this series. Glass has had a decent game tonight. And he lines him up. Got Stokes to the bottom of your screen, split wide. Telly as the running back. Apparently his cramp is gone because he's picking up positive yards again. First down, Jaguars. On about a 14-yard gain by Satelli.
Had the option play going to the right for the Jags. Pitched to the steps to the Telly on the outside. Great blocking by the Jags receivers. And just barely switched up. Maybe could have gotten away for a touchdown on that one. But pick up the first down.
Glass fakes the pitch, takes it himself, is able to break free of a couple of tackles and falls forward for a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards.
They ran the same play again, thought it would work again. Well, it did, picked up a few yards. Just the quarterback kept it this time, picked up about 4 on the play.
And credit the end because he did step up into the lane there to take away the pitch. So Glass takes the snap. He looks to the right, nothing there. Looks back to the right again. Has a receiver in the end zone, but he catches the ball out of bounds. It was Stokes. He was actually surrounded by two defenders, but he was able to pull the ball in. Unfortunately, he was out of bounds when he caught it.
Yep, looked like a perfect play there. Glass wasn't sure we wanted to go with it. Just threw it up to his quick receiver, hoping he can make a play. But you got to keep it in bounds. Let him make that play, but it's hard to do it when the ball's out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, I do like what Glass does, and that is that he actually checks down. I mean, he checks down from touchdown to first down, and he's able to scan the field pretty effectively. Here goes Satelli, a little pitch, and he's just a runaway freight train. Once he gets ahead of steam going, he is just on the move, and he picks up another first down. Looks like he got a little dinged up on that play, maybe hurt his wrist or his shoulder, but he is just a ground-pounding machine. Satelli is a football player.
Yeah, it looks like Satelli, he's making all these big run plays. You got to think he's going to bust one open for a touchdown sooner or later.
1st and 10 for the Jaguars at the 21-yard line. Here's the pitch. Goes to number 27. He's got room on the right side. Picks up positive yards. Takes it down to about the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 2 for the Jags.
Have a new running back in there, number 27. He's Galen Lee. The Jags are liking this pitch play to the right. See if they go back to it again.
There's the snap. They go back to the right, but it's to the quarterback Glass who keeps the ball on the misdirection.
Yep, great read there by number 4, the quarterback Glass. Reading the end there. You have an option to hand it off to the running back or keep it yourself, which you did.
And there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. And it's against the Jaguars. Illegal formation, the referee says. 5 men in the backfield. So that'll back up the Jaguars 5 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down from the 18-yard line. Clock winding down to 7 minutes. Jaguars on top, 24-7. Glass takes a snap, and this time they go inside handoff, but there's no room there. Tackle made by number 68, for the Vaqueros.
Yep, got an inside handoff there to Caden Lee, number 27. Looks like the Jags are just trying to run down the clock now. As we're under 7 minutes in the 4th quarter.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Got trips left. Glass going to the end zone. Has Stokes. Stokes has got the defender hanging on his right arm, but there's no flag. So that'll bring up a 4th down for the Jaguars. Let's see if they're going to kick a field goal or attempt a field goal, or if they're going to go for it on 4th. So they call for the field goal team. So the field goal attempt by number 6. The snap is good, the set is good, and the kick is good. So the Jaguars, despite their errors and penalties, are able to convert. They pick up 3 more points. And as the clock winds down, they begin to salt this game away. Let's see how the defense responds.
Not the ideal way you want to finish the drive there for the Jags, closing the game out. But they got such a good lead in the first half. You know, you take what you get.
And Coach Carberry is still upset about the defender who was hanging on him, he literally was hanging on Stokes as the ball was coming toward him, and the referee basically ignored it, it looked like. But, they're human, and sometimes they see things differently from their vantage point than we do from up here, or even from that sideline position that Coach Carberry's in. So you just go with the flow and move on to the next play, huh?
Yeah. It's a tough play, tough ball there, though, considering that the throw was short, so they could say that the receiver really didn't have a shot at getting to make the catch, making a play on the ball. So maybe that's what I see, that the referee's argument is. But nonetheless, he was draped all over the receivers.
All right, here we go. 6:22 to go in the fourth period. 27-7 Jaguars. And the kick is off. Line drive kick that goes into the end zone, and once again dropped by the receiver, but he picks it up, comes out to the 10 where he is tackled and down at the 5-yard line. Let's see if they get him forward progress to the 10. And it looks like a fresh crew of defenders comes out onto the field for the Jaguars. 6:15 to go in the ball game. Jaguars ahead 27-7. And the Vaqueros have yet another quarterback in the game. Got a man in motion. Single running back, and the snap goes flying up in the air. The quarterback under pressure throws it out to the right side, but he is hammered in the end zone, barely avoiding a safety.
That's a great play by the quarterback. Initially, not so much, but he made the most out of it, got out of the tackle box, and made the throw out of bounds.
Well, it was a poor snap. I mean, it was just a horrific snap. I didn't even think the quarterback realized the snap was coming when it did. And he was lucky to get the ball away because he got throttled. All right, second down, inside handoff. Running back avoids one man, cuts it back to the middle. Maybe picks up a yard, if that. That'll bring up a third down and 10. So here we go, the Vaqueros lining up in the shotgun. Ball snapped, going deep, but way overthrown. The ball is intended for number 4, defended well by the Jaguars. They had 2 defenders around the ball.
I think that might have been the first shot that the Vaqueros have taken all night.
That was the first shot downfield. That was actually probably the first opportunity and enough time to be able to take a shot.
Yeah, good point.
So fourth down for Glendale. Williams back deep for the Jaguars. Snap and kick. Good punt. Turns the ball over. Williams takes the ball, avoids the first defender, and picks up an additional 10 yards before he's dragged down at the 40-yard line. And there is the obligatory flag. Let's see what the flag is. Again, the illegal block in the back for the Jaguars. I think that's the third one tonight.
That's just guys playing hard, but gotta know if it's not going to affect the guy with the ball, don't make that block.
And we have a new quarterback in the game, number 7.
Marcus Hernandez out there.
So with 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go, the Jaguars have the ball on their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10. His new quarterback inside handoff to number 35, the running back. He picks up a couple of yards. And he keeps the clock running. So we're going to see a lot of new players on the field here this last few minutes for the Jaguars. And the quarterback takes off running. Doesn't have much room, but he does pick up 3 yards before he's tackled.
Fernandez there with the read option. Decided to keep himself. Picked up a few yards. Got 3rd and 5 coming up for the Jags.
So the clock winds down to 4:25. 3rd and 5 for the Jags. Ball's on the 50-yard line. You got a receiver in motion, inside handoff, or inside pitch. The ball was actually almost mishandled there. The pitch was a little bit in front of the ball carrier, but he was able to hold on to it and pick up a couple of yards. Brings up 4th down.
Number 16 there, Josh Pearman with the toss sweep. Got 4th and short coming up. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Coach Carberry changed his mind. Now they're going to send up punt team. You know, this has got to be a hard time to play. You know, you've got 3 minutes left. You got all new players in on both sides, and you know they want to make an impression, but they probably don't have the same skill set as the starters, right? So it's that time of the game when you definitely have to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, definitely. Still want to finish the game out strong and play hard.
All right, so they're in punt formation. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's a high kick, not too deep. Hits at about the 25-yard line, and the receiver actually touched the ball. Fumbled it, and the Jaguars recovered. It was recovered in midair, but the referee called it down. I don't understand that, why he would have called it dead at that point, but the Jaguars do get the ball. It was actually run in for a touchdown, but the referee, or the field judge I should say, called a dead ball where it was recovered. He never hit the ground. He actually caught it on the fly.
Yeah, I think it's one of the new rules. I think I may be wrong, but on the punt, if it's a muff punt, you can't return it.
You can't return a muff punt. Okay. Interesting. So and then the Jaguars return the favor. The ball is snapped high. Fernandez can't handle it. It's on the ground. Let's see who recovers. Vaquero ball. So just what we were talking about a second ago, keep your head on a swivel because you got a lot of inexperienced players in right now, and it's showing.
Yeah, definitely. You have the lead. Jags, second group in, still want to play right now. Still want to do.
Well, I think at this point it might be the 3rd group in, but
that's a possibility.
But hey, you know, you gain valuable experience. You get a taste of what it's like to play at a collegiate level, and the next time you go in, you're a little bit more accustomed to it. All right, 2:46 to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros. There's the snap. Going up top, has a receiver, number 4. He makes the reception at the 45-yard line. But there is the penalty flag always present in the backfield. Late hit. Late hit on the Jags.
Yeah, got number 9, the Saint, Xavier Guillory, coming over. Just a tad bit late on the go route by the outside receiver for the Vaqueros.
So that was on number 93 in the backfield. Hit the quarterback. A little bit too much enthusiasm there. So that sets up a first down. Thank you, Gregory, for moving that camera. Sets up a first down on the 30-yard line. Quarterback rolls to his right. Nobody open, so he takes off running and gets out of bounds. There's another flag, a late hit. He was going out of bounds when he was hit by the defender. And that's going to be a big penalty. And it also stops the clock, which the Jaguars don't want to do.
Yeah, if you see a guy going toward the sideline, he's slowing up a little bit. You just want to run up and make sure he gets out of bounds, but don't want to risk it and make that hit and get the 15 yards against him.
So it's a late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty. Ball goes down to the 12-yard line. First and 10. And the clock running, winding down to 2 minutes. Timeout, Jaguars. So before the game ends, I just want to again thank you so much for listening to this live stream. Also know that you can contact your friends, let them know that this live stream will be posted on YouTube, so it actually is recorded, and you can watch it at a later date. If you didn't get a chance to see the game tonight, you'll be able to watch this as a recorded product. So I'd like to thank Gregory Blackshear. Great job for your first time doing a color analysis, Gregory. You add a lot to the broadcast.
Thank you, appreciate that, Professor. I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. It has been one of my aspirations to broadcast and commentate a live game, and you give me the opportunity, so I just want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's this is just the beginning, so you got a long way to go. We're going to be watching you for a lot of years, and definitely on network television. In the meantime, though, just want folks to know that we're going to continue to try and improve this. We're going to get better picture quality. We're going to get our microphones, better microphones, and hopefully it'll add to the enjoyment of the broadcast, and see if we can add a camera or two as well, so that we can have a little bit more concise coverage for you. So hang in there with us as we work to improve the broadcast. There's a handoff. Goes down to the 10-yard line, a little bit more. And the clock winds down to 2 minutes.
Time winding down here for the Jags. You still don't want to let them score. Keep them at 7 points. For the Vaqueros, you want to leave on a positive note and try to punch the ball to the end zone.
And there's a handoff. Swings out wide to the left. Picks up positive yards. Keeps his feet moving, but he's downed on the 5-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and 3.
The Vaqueros here, they need about 3 for the first down. They need 5 for the touchdown.
Got 50 seconds to go in the ball game. There's the inside handoff. Met in the backfield, nowhere to go. Stopped. No gain. So the Jags hold and the clock stops. Timeout. And Glendale calls the timeout.
Time out here, probably just get one last play, try to get a touchdown in.
So our next broadcast will be coming up on, can you
put on my glasses here.
Looks like. Will come up in 2 weeks, and that will involve a game with Pasadena. So Pasadena will be making the trip out here to Southwestern College. That game will be on Saturday, 2 weeks from tonight, and start at 6 o'clock. So we hope you tune in then for our internet broadcast. All right, let's see what we have on 4th and 1 by the Vaqueros. 38 seconds to go. The ball is on the 4-yard line as they attempt to punch it into the end zone, trailing the Jaguars by a score of 27-7. Quarterback sneak, and he rushes up the middle. He pushes hard, but he does not get in the end zone. The Jaguars hold.
Interesting play call there for the Vaqueros. You don't usually see a quarterback sneak about 3 yards to get the first down line. But nonetheless, they get it.
Well, check that. They did have the opportunity for the first down. They did have the opportunity for the first down, and they were able to get it. Okay, I saw the flag crew over there. They didn't seem to be set up in such a way that it was possible for a first down. So that's good. They were able to get the first down, and so now this puts the Jaguar goal line defense under pressure. See if they can prevent him from getting into the end zone with 23 seconds left to go. And it's not going to make a difference in the game in terms of the outcome, but it's a good confidence builder if you can hold them.
Definitely.
And it's a good for the Vaqueros if they're able to score. It gives them a little bit of something to hold on to as they head into their next game.
Yep, both teams just looking here to finish the game out strong.
All right, so here's the snap. Quarterback sneak. Quarterback fumbled the ball. Either way, the clock's running out. Now it stops at 14:9 left on the clock. And it would appear that the Jaguars have the ball. The Jaguars had the ball. And there you see the defender with the ball all the way downfield. Looked like the quarterback fumbled it, but they may call him down. Let's see how they untangle this. But it looked to me like the quarterback fumbled it. The ball squirted out. The defender picked it up and ran downfield before he fell. But it appears that they're going to give possession to the Vaqueros with 14 seconds left to go, making it a second down.
Makes you wonder why they're giving this back to the Vaqueros when you saw a Jag player with the ball out of the pile.
Well, let's see, there's an explanation to Coach Carberry. He's not happy with the explanation, as you might imagine, but the call's the call, and right or wrong, it's going to stand. So it looks as if the ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. The Vaqueros will have 14 seconds to go. It should actually be second down and goal to go. And now we have a timeout by the Jaguars. So this is being prolonged because of
Quite a lot going on in this last.
this has been a long last 40 seconds. I've actually never seen a game that had an outcome that was completely unchangeable in the last 2 minutes go like this. Usually the coaches just want to get the game over with, keep everybody safe, and then move on to the next game. But I guess there's a lot of pride at stake here for the Vaqueros, and they want to make sure that they make every effort to do the best they can. And of course, if that's the case, the Jags aren't going to back off. They're going to do the same thing. You want to play it to the end? We'll play it to the end. All right, so here we go with 14 seconds left, a little bit closer to 15 seconds. Ball's on the 1-yard line. Jaguars ahead 27-7, but we've got a goal line stand here at the end of the game. Vaquero quarterback under center, drops back, throws the ball up in the corner, and it's caught in the corner. Touchdown, Vaqueros. So after all that, the Vaqueros are able to convert, score the touchdown. Good for the ego. Does nothing for the outcome.
Great throw and catch there by the Vaqueros. Had one-on-one outside.
That was a nice fade.
Jonathan Cooper. Yep. Just running the fade, letting receiver jump up and make a play.
All right, here's a point after touchdown. Snap, kick, and point is good. So with 9.9 seconds left in the game, the Jaguars lead by a score of 27-14, but the Vaqueros get a little bit of bragging rights at the end of the game with a touchdown pass, a fade in the corner, and we will have the kickoff and more than likely the last play of the game coming up in just a moment. Well, I have to say, this has been one of the oddest games I've witnessed in a while.
Yeah, you had a whole lot of penalties, a whole lot of personal fouls, chit-chat between both teams. You know, when you come out and watch football, you want to watch football, you know. You don't want to see a lot of
all the other stuff. But I'll tell you, the Jaguars, when they were good, they were really good.
Definitely.
And when they were bad, they were really bad. The bad mostly coming as a result of penalties. The Vaqueros, they look like they just have a lot of work to do. You know, they really do. If the Jaguars hadn't had so many penalties and really just took away their own opportunities, the score might have been a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely. Those penalties definitely nerfed the damage that could have been.
Yeah, and here comes the onside attempt. And of course the Jags have their hands team on. Gets down to, does go 10 yards, but it's received by number 1. And it's controlled. And the Jaguars have the ball with 8.8 seconds left to go. And I would assume that they'll take the victory formation. And we'll call this a night. Victory formation. It's interesting that it's Mr. Glass who goes out there and takes the victory formation. So, clock winds down. Jaguars win 27-14. We thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in a couple of weeks at 6 o'clock here on YouTube at Southwestern College Sports. For Bernard Gonzalez, me, and to my esteemed colleague and color analyst, Gregory Blackshear, thanks for joining in. Gregory, any final thoughts?
Great win by the Jags. You have a few things you want to clean up on the penalty side, but nonetheless, great job sticking in there and coming out with the win.
And a quarterback controversy, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see in practice this week. It's going to be a tough battle. Got some competition for JoJo Hudson. But as for Glass, you got an opportunity this week, so you got to come out to practice and make the most of it to try to get that starting job.
All right, so we will see you in a couple of weeks. God bless.